Welcome back to the Monsters Mornings Rev Radio 104.1. I'm Russ Rollins along with Angel and Carlos and Angelique the Dancing Queen and Ryan Holmes. But with us, our special guest today is Mckenzie Milton, and man, everyone is very excited to meet you, Mckenzie. Man, I appreciate you coming in today, and I know you're going to be a part of the Better Man event, and I'm going to let you tell us what all that is about. But what a pleasure to meet you, and also I got to tell you, man, what I love more than anything else was watching your mom's reaction to all of this. Your mom was such a supportive mom through the whole thing, and how have you been since we last saw you on television?
I've been good, man. I've been getting a lot of support from the community and whatnot, and like you said, my mom, she's a rock star, man.
She was did that surprise you how your mom, kind of stood out for all of that? Because she really did.
Nah, not at all. I've been seeing that for 21 years of my life. She's the best, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you. We want to promote this first, so that way I don't forget. As I start asking you a bunch of questions, I'll get lost in it. Tell me about the Better Man event that's happening. What is that?
Yeah, so the Better Man event, it's a faith-based event coming to CFE Arena at UCF's campus on April 13th.
Uh-huh.
And I'll be speaking there, kind of sharing my story, what I've been through, not just with my leg injury, just kind of the whole process of being at UCF and whatnot.
Yeah.
And there's going to be some other great speakers, such as Evander Holyfield.
Evander Holyfield. Are you excited about meeting Evander Holyfield?
Champ.
I'm a little nervous.
Yeah, I would be too. Yeah, that's Evander, you know?
No, but it's gonna be a very cool night. Only men are allowed, so you guys should definitely come.
Oh, yeah.
I'm interested in this, man. It sounds really cool. I've heard a lot about this, and it's a great thing that needs to happen. Men need a lot of mentors. Men need guidance. Men need this stuff, and a lot of guys out there do not have it, and they kind of go adrift.
Mckenzie, have you found a lot of young kids, have approached you as far as looking up to you and looking to you for support?
Yeah, absolutely. And I definitely don't take that for granted because, I was in their shoes as well, looking up to not just athletes, but, older mentors and whatnot. So that's something I don't take for granted. I was actually just telling John as we were driving on the way over here, if kids are asking for autographs and whatnot, I never want to turn a kid down just because I was in their shoes. And so I think that's a big thing.
Who is your role model for that?
Man, my first role model is Jesus Christ, but then my dad. My dad's, man, he's been the head of our household, and he's kind of showed me the way how to be a true man.
I would tell you, I had a situation where I had a 12-year-old kid with me, and it was an event. I believe it was like this, or maybe it was this, and Tim Tebow was there. Mm-hmm. And Tim Tebow told all these people who just wanted autographs, older people, stand aside, sat on one knee, and talked to this 12-year-old for probably 5 minutes. And it changed the kid's life, and you have the opportunity. Do you see that you have the opportunity to do that kind of thing? And is that intimidating, or do you welcome that?
I think I welcome that. I think it's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
I think if you know how to handle that, I think it's a great opportunity.
Tell me about the years at UCF. I mean, you every game you played, you were undefeated, right? I don't think you ever lost a game, did you?
Nah, I went through some growing pains my freshman year.
Freshman year,
at least, yeah. So, my freshman year we went 6-7. I started most of the games. Was actually booed off. At the Cure Bowl in Orlando.
Sorry about that,
man.
I'm sorry. I was really drunk. I'm just kidding now. I wasn't there. I would have never booed you.
No, no need to apologize. Honestly, I wasn't putting my best foot forward for the team at that time. So, I kind of had to take a step back, self-reflect, and, I'll say from that point on, I busted butt to be the best teammate I could be for my guys.
Was there a switch, man? Was there a switch that happened in you? It seems like, you're playing at this elite level, and it's like, yeah, you just said you had some growing pains. Was there a moment that you said, hey, this is what I have to shift into? Because if you're doing a Better Man tour, these are questions that are going to be asked of you. When am I going to have that moment? When am I going to get my butt in the gym? When am I going to push myself?
So I've never been the type of person to hide from my teammates, hide what I do off the field. So whether it was good or bad, my freshman year, I wasn't hiding from my guys.
What do you mean by that?
So, just being honest.
Yeah, that's what I want to hear you be honest.
If I was going out to a party, I wouldn't hide that from my friends.
Okay.
If I was drinking or whatnot,
Gotcha.
I wouldn't hide that from my friends. I was just, I was who I was. But if they see the starting quarterback do that,
of course they're going to follow.
Everyone else is going to do that
without a doubt. Without a doubt.
I think I took for granted the influence I had on my team, and I kind of had to take.
You raised your standard.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, now you won't catch me at a party.
Yeah.
Like,
Is that when you started to win? When you started to not do those kind of things?
Yeah, I mean,
it's not surprising. It's not surprising.
By the way,
man.
it's Mckenzie. Mckenzie is here with us today. Of course, you're doing from UCF. So you had a couple seasons where you're undefeated, and then the game happens where you break your leg, and everybody. I mean, it was a huge story. When this happens to you, as soon as it happened, did you know how bad it was?
Yeah, I mean, it was all kind of like surreal in that moment because like when something like that happens, you don't know how to like react. Like it wasn't like excruciating pain. Like I think just a lot of adrenaline, just being in shock and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
But I mean, it's surreal. Like having both sidelines clear.
Yeah.
Pastor John Evans, our team chaplain, come and pray over me. Like that kind of moment feels like a dream almost. And then.
And that game, for those who don't remember, that game was the final game of the regular season. Is that accurate?
Yes, sir.
And then so the next game was going to be a championship game.
Conference championship.
Conference championship. Yeah. Oh, you had to be, I mean, after all these wins and all this work and all this hard work, that had to be devastating for you.
Yeah, I mean, it was tough, but at the same time, like, 50% of people, like my injury was, I had a popliteal, I had a knee dislocation, but I had a popliteal artery injury, and 50% with that injury have to amputate their leg. So, I mean, us being in Tampa, playing in Tampa.
Grace of God, man.
Exactly.
Grace of God.
Grace of God. Being on national television, hundreds of thousands of people praying for me, and being at Tampa General, one of the best trauma centers in the country.
Because you could have been in another place, and it would not have gone well, right?
Yeah, I mean, imagine if we were playing at East Carolina or Memphis. Like,
these big trauma centers, they don't have it.
It's dicey, yeah. So,
wow, man, it happened recently. Everybody was watching you, and that point in time in your life, like Zion Williamson just had this moment where everybody's watching him, and this happens, and everybody's saying you may never play again. When you hear that, what do you say?
I mean, I'm already beating the odds, and that's by the grace of God. 50% amputate.
Wow.
When you have a knee dislocation, you typically tear everything in your knee. It's holding on to a toothpick, basically. And that didn't happen for me. I only tore 2 ligaments in my knee.
Wow.
Both meniscuses were intact. MRI, they didn't know if the ACL was good to go in for surgery. ACL is perfect. MCL is perfect.
Wow.
Both meniscuses are perfect. So it's miracle after miracle. And like you said, it's by the grace of God that happens. So.
I noticed that you're on crutches today. How's your knee now? Where's your health now? How is that going?
It's coming along. So I had my last surgery on January 25th. That was to repair my PCL and LCL and posterior corner. Those are the ligaments that I tore. So that was a little over a month ago.
Yeah.
And, I've been in a brace since then, and I've been on crutches. And they're just taking it
real slow.
As slow as possible.
Yeah, man.
Just being precautionate.
Any NFL teams reach out to you, like just a call? I mean, there's that breaking the. I mean, you're not a college player anymore, so
I'm pretty sure that's against the rules.
Yeah, he's still under scholarship.
I didn't know, but I thought that'd be a nice. If I was like the Cowboys, I'd be like, hey man, give him a call. You never know.
No, that's all kinds of violations right there.
I don't work for the NCAA. Okay.
Angel, question for Mckenzie Milton, who by the way is going to be at the Better Man event, which is coming up.
I gotta go to this
in April. Yeah, April the 13th.
Mckenzie, so spring football started yesterday. It was awesome seeing you there on the sidelines and everything. Did you feel that itch? Did you feel like, you see the guys competing for your spot and you're sitting there?
Oh, that's going to make you crazy.
What's that feeling like? Do you get to even throw a ball right now, or are you just kind of just sitting there watching?
So the night before, like whenever like spring ball, fall camp's coming up, like I always lose sleep. And it was the exact same.
Anxious?
It was the exact same. Like I felt like I was practicing tomorrow, or the night before I felt like I was going to practice that next day. And, like, out there is just fun, I'm excited to see those guys compete and whatnot. And, after actually, so our old QB coach, Mario Verduzco, we'd had these butt drills. You sit on your butt and you just work in your arms. So I did those after practice.
I do butt drills with Netflix pretty much at the house.
Me
I
too.
just sit there and I don't that's my own butt drill.
But kind of like
3.
what you were saying earlier, though. I think for your guys, them seeing you there, you don't have to be there.
Lead by example.
You know what I mean? I think that carries a lot of weight with that, man. That's cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
You didn't take it as a defeat. You took it as a challenge.
Absolutely.
You're taking this as a challenge.
Absolutely. I mean, there's good days and there's bad days. Like I won't lie. There's tough days, but
How was that rehab? Those rehab days,
what
right?
is a rehab like? What is like a day like when you're like, okay, I'm on path to get this back to not only where it was, but even better, because you can't do that when you work on it. How long are you training in a day? Are you even doing anything now?
I'll usually go lift weights for about an hour a day, and then physical therapy about 2 to 2.5 hours a day, and then the rest I'm just like in the football facility working with the guys. But physical therapy hurts. Honestly, I was telling my physical therapist like, honestly, this hurt. I was telling her this hurts more than my initial injury.
Does it really?
Like, yeah, like
because you're having to literally move it,
breaking scar tissue up. Like it hurts. Like it hurts.
Hey, I mean, this is a very unique situation that you've had, and I would have to think that you might. When I say therapy, I don't mean like you're crazy or anything, but I mean to get through this, like mentally to get through this.
Sure.
Have you had any therapy, or have you done anything to kind of help you mentally get through this? Because I mean, this is a very unique situation.
No, honestly, the support I've been getting from my team, and those that are close to me, I think that's what it's all about. And I think that's what's cool about the Better Man event coming up is that I think a lot of times guys, they try to bottle up their emotions because they're Mr. Macho Man.
Yeah.
It's good to talk, it's good to talk to people about what you're going through, and then that's what's helped me, just having people be there for me. And
well, we're supposed to be tough, right? We're supposed to be able to hold everything in. We're not supposed to cry. We're not supposed to do this. We're not supposed to do that. And then you hold it in, and you explode. And there's a lot of young males that don't know how to use that aggression and that pressure.
Exactly. Like when I got hurt, I didn't cry from my injury. Like I didn't cry being hurt. I cried from seeing my teammates cry for me.
Yeah.
Like, and
because
just
you're
like,
disciplined in your emotion. And when you're disciplined in life, you can feel those emotions better instead of scattershotting it like like a shotgun of emotion.
Mckenzie Milton here with us today. So a question about, so what has been the most remarkable thing that's happened since the injury? Something you didn't think was going to happen. Has there been something that stands out in your head? Like, man, I didn't think about that.
I think the most remarkable thing was just seeing the conference championship the week after I got hurt. Just everybody with lays. The 1 Ohana stuff, 10 Ohana. Like it was surreal to me, just like the support that I got from Orlando and UCF. That's what stuck out the most to me. And then just the miracles with the knee, like just even there's a chance being able to play again. I mean, I'll take that. So
how close did you work for the championship game? Did you work with, and I don't remember his name, the quarterback that played for you? What was his name?
Daryl Mack.
How close did you work with Daryl?
I would listen in on FaceTime and just like the game plan that I was going through. But DJ, he gets ready to play every game, so he knows what to do. Exactly.
Process,
so, and we got all the confidence in the world in him, and whoever the guy is this year, they're going to do a great job because our coaches do a good job of getting them ready. So.
Yeah. Angel, question for Mckenzie.
All right, so what are you guys doing in Hawaii that we got these crop of quarterbacks coming out of there, and
spam.
all of you guys
spam.
are like crushing it? What is it? Just a different level of play, or is it just a better coaching, or is it just just one of those freak things?
Football in Hawaii is a lot similar to Florida. It's the biggest sport, like in the state by far. Like Friday nights,
everybody plays.
Wow, I never think of that. I think Texas. I think Florida, maybe California at times. But I
mean, the level of athletes are probably better in Florida. But I mean, there's big Samoans, Tongans.
Yeah, imagine, man. The rocks out there.
The level of physicality is second to none. And I think those coaches, they kind of instill toughness, mental toughness, and coaching is really good back there as well. The quarterback coaching is really good, and I think that's all a lot of people know back home is football.
Hey, Mckenzie, so when you're getting ready for the Better Man event, now have you done a lot of speaking in the past, like to get up and speak in front of people?
Only like U.S. history, like presentations.
So when you're getting ready for that, like what in your mind, how? Because whenever I'm going to do something like that and I have to speak in front of people, I will dream how I want it to go. Have you thought about how you want it to go and what your message is going to be?
I have. I've thought about it, but I think the main thing is just letting God speak through me on that stage. I feel like I get more nervous in like smaller crowds talking. I feel like bigger crowds are.
Yeah, when you look at a big crowd, it's almost just like a big mass, and you don't see one person.
Do you get nervous playing quarterback? Because like I can get in front of any crowd, perform, sing on a mic or whatever. But sports in itself, in front of people, I mean, you can't get nervous at all. At your point with what you're doing,
I think when I run out of the tunnel, I hear Zombie Nation playing.
Yeah,
I think I get butterflies from that.
Okay, that's different. That's anxious and excited. Yeah.
And then, but I mean, once the first snap goes or the first hit, like I'm I'm ready to go.
You're ready to go. Well, Mckenzie, I'm glad you're doing well.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for coming in and talk to us. Once again, it's the Better Man event. It's going to be out at UCF on April the 13th, and you get to speak.
It's important. This is important.
You get to speak with Evander Holyfield. That's pretty cool. Now, will you ask him for an autograph?
Probably.
Yeah, you got to.
This is your moment.
Actually, guys, also make sure you follow Mckenzie on Instagram because it's been fun watching you. The first day that you were doing the leg presses on Rehab and stuff like that, and seeing that stuff up there. It's I think a lot of us here in Central Florida are living vicariously through you and watching you through this whole rehab and your journey. And you have a lot of a lot of people that give you a lot of love here, man.
And yeah, tell your mom hi. I love the stories with your mom because she was so supportive, and I think that is awesome. But good luck to you, man. Thanks for coming in. Of course, you're welcome to come in anytime if you got anything else going on. But thank you so much. Once again, it's the Better Man event, and it's on April the 13th. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
All right, very good. All right, what you got?
Yeah, and you get tickets at bettermanevent.com. You can pick them up right there, bettermanevent.com. Hey, Russ, Jonathan Kane of Journey's going to be there.
Oh, really?
You might want to walk out with him.
Yeah.
I want to meet the champ Holyfield and see Mckenzie speak.
Very cool.
Let's do it.
Thank you, man.
guys.
Good luck, buddy. Thank you so much.